Ezra Miller. Once again, you act like a complete moron, and you embarrass anyone who's ever supported you. We're going to read an article today that I don't think I've ever felt so angry at an actor doing something so stupid. But we're going to read an article from Variety that says Ezra Miller allegedly threatened a couple after arrest restraining order filed against the actor. And then we're going to read here the article. It says Ezra Miller has been hit with a temporary restraining order by two residents in Hilo, a small town in Hawaii where Miller was arrested earlier this week. The Fantastic Beast and the Flash actor was released from jail after paying a $500 in bail and then reportedly threatened a couple on the property they've been staying at in Hawaii, the Associated Press reports. According to Hawaii Police Assistant Chief Kenneth Kuyocho, police escorted Miller off the property hours after they posted bail. A resident on the property called the police and asked for advice on removing two house guests. The restraining order against Miller says the actor burst into the Hilo's couple's bedroom and threatened them. Miller allegedly stole some of the couple's belongings, including a passport and wallet. The temporary restraining order against Miller was filed Tuesday, March 29th. The actor was arrested Monday, March 28th, and charged with disorderly conduct and harassment after an incident at a bar. The Hawaii County Police Department said in a post that South Hilo officers responded to a report of disorderly bar patron. Police determined that Miller had become unruly while other patrons saying, oh wait, I think so I'm going to try skipping to where he threatened. I guess there's no more details, but here's what happened. Here's everything that happened. He threatened to kill a human being. Let me talk right now. And I want everyone to indulge with me. Listen to me before you type any comments right now. And I want everyone to watch this entire video because what I'm going to say, I want this on record. As an Ezra Miller fan, as somebody who's defended this guy, and a lot of people make fun of his run. You know, a lot of people are like, "Ooh, he runs weird." I love his run. I think his run makes sense. And Zack Snyder's Justice League is my favorite movie of all time. I want to remind people of that. Zack Snyder's Justice League is my favorite movie of all time, and his portrayal of the Flash, one of my favorite portrayals. With that being said, at this moment, right now, or not right now, but maybe in a week or so, a couple of days, fire Ezra Miller. Fire him. Get him out. At this point, it's no longer acceptable. He threatened to kill a human life. He robbed somebody and he threatened to kill them. And not only that, but it was people he trusted. Or people that trusted him, I mean. Because apparently, by the way, this is all police report. You can go read this. And I read a lot of it today before making this video. Ezra Miller, you know, this couple brought him in like a week ago. They became friends, and then they even bailed him out of jail. They bailed him out. They're the ones who paid the fine for Ezra to get out of jail. And I know a lot of people gave me crap. I'm not even joking. I was getting messages, people saying, you're just an Ezra Miller hater. Oh my God, how dare you judge somebody on their worst behavior? Look, I'm somebody who believes in the good of people. I don't judge someone based on one action. I judge them based on multiple actions. And Ezra Miller, after today, I no longer want to tolerate Ezra. I no longer want to see him in a movie. And you know what? I'm not watching Fantastic Beast. I was planning on watching Fantastic Beast, but you know what? It's over. I'm not supporting a movie with Ezra Miller in it. And this is coming from, and you can go right now, go on my channel. I made dozens of videos wanting to see this Flash movie succeed. But you know what? I think at this point, Ezra Miller should not even be in the Flash role. You threatened to kill a human life. Somebody defend him right now. Anyone who's mad at me right now, defend him in the comment sections right now. Because last time I got a lot of crap because people were like, oh, it's nothing. He was just drunk. Guess what? Now it's a pattern. First, he assaulted a woman back in 2020. And then he nearly assaulted another person. He lunged at somebody and he harassed somebody at a karaoke bar. And I don't care if anyone gives me this BS shit of saying, oh, he was drunk. So what? He's a grown adult. He's a grown 32-year-old adult. He should know better that if you can't handle alcohol, then you shouldn't have it. And the problem isn't the alcohol. The problem is him because he made the decision either way. And then today, hearing all of this, fire Ezra Miller. Fire him. I want him out of the spot. I know a lot of people are saying, oh, but they filmed a lot of The Flash. I don't care. Fire him. Get somebody else to recast him. I don't care if it's Grant Gustin. I don't even care if it's Will Smith or Chris Rock. I don't care who it is. It cannot be Ezra Miller anymore. He should not have a job after threatening to kill somebody. Tell me right now, if you knew of somebody close to you who assaulted a woman 2 years ago, nearly assaulted somebody else at a bar, and threatened to kill 2 people, you're telling me you'd be fine with that? No. If I was somebody at Warner Bros., I'd fire him immediately. Because the problem what happened is when he first assaulted that woman 2 years ago, everyone just shh. Warner Bros. Would just hit it on the rug. And at that point, they made it acceptable to Ezra Miller. They told him basically, they're like, hey, you're a prized possession. You can do whatever you want. You can do whatever you need to do. Fire him on the spot. I hate how everyone kept bringing up the RDJ story. You do realize that it took him years to eventually get that Iron Man role before the whole incident. RDJ grew from it, and now look at him. For years now, you don't see any more incidents. Because this happened recently, that's a major problem. Ezra should be fired. And hey, look, I love a comeback story. Let's say 5 years from now, Ezra Miller's all good. We hear no bad things about him. Then I want him back. But I got so much shit from a bunch of people saying, oh, well, the first one looked fake. It's like, well, even though, then if it was fake, why didn't they say anything? If it was fake, why didn't they say anything? He still assaulted a woman in public. There's footage of it. Now, this other time, there wasn't footage of it, but still, he was taken to jail. Obviously, he got arrested. And I'm sorry, but it's sickening when I see celebrities get away with so much. Like, I love Will Smith. But when he slapped Chris Rock, any other person would have been arrested at that moment. Actually, any other person wouldn't even have been allowed to go through the steps. But because celebrities have a lot of privilege a lot of the times, almost no repercussion for Will Smith. And I do think there's a difference because at least we already know Will Smith. He's not had this bad pattern of behavior, and he formally apologized after. Ezra Miller, we've already had 3 situations, not a single word. Now I get why he hasn't talked about the last 2 things, because obviously that just happened literally in a span of less than 48 hours. But still, why didn't Warner Brothers or DC or anyone talk about it the first time? It was just, shh, let's hide it under the rug. And you know what caused that? You know what happens because of that? Now Ezra Miller acts like a little bitch in public. That's what happened. You gave him the permission that, oh, you're a little scout. You can't do no wrong, and you are the perfect little angel. So now he has this privilege. He has this large amount of privilege, and now look what he's done with it. Look what he's done with it. And before anyone says, oh, but he made a mistake, you're telling me threatening to kill 2 people is a mistake, and then assaulting a woman the first time and nearly assaulting somebody else? At this point, fire him. I don't care. I don't give a shit. I'm not here for this sensitivity bullshit anymore. Because I got a lot of shit last time. Everyone was saying, oh, you don't know what it's like to be drunk at a bar. Motherfucker, that ain't the point. He nearly assaulted somebody, and he's already assaulted somebody else. These were 2 people who trusted him. And you fucking did this stupid ass bullshit? If any one of us, anyone watching this video, and I myself included, if any of us did everything Ezra just did, we would no longer have a job. Our family would probably not want to talk to us. We'd probably have no friends, nothing. If I had done that, my channel would be deleted because everyone would realize, oh, why would I even want to talk to him? So why does Ezra have this privilege? Huh? Why does he have this privilege? He gets to assault a woman on camera. He gets to nearly assault somebody at a karaoke bar. And he threatened to kill 2 people. No repercussions. No nothing. Nothing. Nada. Zero. Nothing. And I know some people are going to bring up, oh, but why? What about Amber Heard? Why didn't you say anything about Amber Heard? Dude, I've been saying for years that Amber should have been fired. And I'm not for Amber. I'm not for Johnny. No, I'm just saying that Warner Brothers, if they wanted to avoid any drama, they should have just fired. Look, I would have personally fired Amber, especially because they were lucky enough at that time that they weren't filming Aquaman. They weren't even in pre-production. I do think they should have fired Amber just to avoid controversy. So before anyone brings up that bullshit, just know that's where I stand on it. But Ezra fucking Miller, you're a disgrace to anyone who's ever trusted you. And look, everyone has their bad day. For all I know, Ezra Miller might be the nicest guy of all time. For all I know, if I met Ezra Miller, I would love him. I would be cool friends with him. We'd go to a bar or something. Actually, I would never want to go to a bar with him because I guarantee you, I'd end up on the floor chokeslam because I don't want to touch this. If this happened to Ezra, if Ezra was chokeslammed on footage, people would have been boycotting the person who did that. If somebody threatened to kill Ezra Miller, those people would have been in trouble. But Ezra, no, he's a celebrity. He's a celebrity. Now, let's treat him as a little fucking princess. And I'm so fucking tired with this shit. And I don't like cursing my videos, but I'm so tired that last time I got a lot of bullshit from people who claim that I'm delusional, that I don't understand or anything. And I'll admit, I probably shouldn't have brought, in the last video, my only regret is I probably shouldn't have brought up him trying to write the script for Flash. I shouldn't have brought that up because really let's be honest, this really isn't important. Like, we should probably not even be talking about Flash or Fantastic Beast because really that's not all that important. What's important is what Ezra Miller did. So I shouldn't have brought that up. I'll admit that. But I still got a lot of shit from people saying that Ezra didn't do anything wrong. He did do something wrong. And he should be held accountable. And I was on Max's stream yesterday. And Zod, I love Zod. Zod's a great guy. He runs a channel named Zod Rider. Y'all go subscribe to him. But he said, but that first video looked fake. And, everyone has a bad day. Celebrities are just held on a pedestal. Yeah, that's true. When you're in a position of power, whether you're an actor, whether you're a director, whether you're a CEO of something, even when you have a decently little sized YouTube channel, even if it's as small of a channel as mine, you have that responsibility of being the face of that company or the face of that brand. Because I'll admit this, when I do something in social media or in public or anything, I now think, I have this brand, and when I talk, I want people to understand this is what my brand is. Although it's not a brand, it's just a shitty little YouTube channel. But every one of us has a fucking responsibility. Every one of us has a responsibility to carry on that. And Zod, I love you, man, but what you said yesterday was ignorant. And I love you, man. But he said that, but we shouldn't judge him off his worst day. No, I still hope for the best for Ezra. But you can't get away with assaulting a woman. And by the way, if that video is fake, which I think it might be. I'm not saying it's not. But nothing ever came out. Nothing. Warner Brothers just silenced it. Warner Brothers was just shh. If it was fake, then why didn't Ezra say that it was fake? It would have saved them the fucking hassle. So that way people could stop speculating. Or if Warner Brothers announced that it was fake, it would have cured everything. It would have saved everyone's time. So don't give me this bullshit that it was fake. Nobody knows that for sure. Well, except the people involved, obviously. I'm sorry, but Warner Bros., are these the kinds of people you want to employ? Seriously. I really wish the best for Ezra. But this all began because Warner Brothers pussied out the first time. This all began because Warner Brothers basically told Ezra, you're untouchable. And look, for all I know, Warner Bros. There's a 99% chance Warner Bros. Probably talked to Ezra saying, hey man, please don't do this again. But when you make no public statements, when you make no effort to apologize, because part of apologizing is you're vulnerable. I've had to apologize on YouTube before. And part of it is vulnerability. Vulnerability is tough. But any adults should eventually face up that if they do something wrong. And when you apologize, like Will Smith, recently he apologized. He felt vulnerable at that moment. Part of that vulnerability helps you improve as a person. And I know that personally. When Ezra didn't have to say anything publicly and when Warner Bros. Didn't have to say anything publicly, that vulnerability aspect was not involved. Because for Ezra, it was just simply, I get to do whatever the fuck I want to. I'm sorry, but If any one of us did this, we'd be in much more trouble. I guarantee you that. I'm not saying that Warner Brothers should fire him right now. I do think this is something they do need to take time with. But if I'm an executive and I'm asked, what would you do? First, I would talk to Ezra. And first, I would like to look at all the police report, know all the information. But if I was told make a quick reaction, fire him. I love Zack Snyder's Justice League. I want the Snyderverse restored. I want to see him in the Flash movie. But, like the Snyder fandom says, accountability over entertainment. Accountability is more important here. You're setting a standard right now. Get him the fuck out of this company. Get him the fuck out of the Flash franchise. I don't care if you filmed it. You can easily replace him. Actors are replaceable. Get another actor. Whether it's Grant Gustin, I don't care who it is, you replace him. You reshoot, I don't know. Maybe even use a stunt double, I don't know. But this ain't acceptable. As a society, we should not be. I was so amazed at how many people were mad at me last time. I was so amazed by it. I don't know how you can defend Ezra this time. I really honestly, somebody right now, if you're planning on defending Ezra right now in the comment sections, please, please, please let me know why you're defending him. And look, I want everyone, and again, this is why I asked people to watch the entire video so you could hear the context, because sometimes people will watch like 2 minutes of the video and then interpret it even though the video is much longer than that. I, an Ezra Miller fan, as somebody who wants to see Ezra Miller succeed, he must be held accountable, because if he isn't held accountable, then things are only going to get much fucking worse. Things are only going to get worse. Because like I said, part of apologizing is feeling vulnerable. And again, I love you, Zod, but what you said yesterday was, I'm sorry, it was a little ignorant. It was never confirmed whether the video was fake or real. And if it was fake, they should have said something. And so as of now, as it stands, he did assault a woman. And not only that, but nearly assaulted somebody else at a karaoke bar. He was causing shit. I guarantee you, if you were in that bar, you would think Ezra Miller was a bitch. Because Ezra Miller is a fucking bitch. I'll say that right now. I don't give a shit. And I hope he redeems himself. I really do. I really hope so. I really hope Ezra comes out of this. He learns. He goes to therapy. He does something. And Warner Brothers, at this point, you got to put out a fucking public statement. At this point, you have to. You have to. And that's all I have to say. But again, if you're defending Ezra, please let me know in the comment sections. I don't know how you defend him after literally threatening 2 human lives. And it's not just some online BS. It's not like a death threat on like, by the way, I've actually received death threats on the internet before. So it's not like that. It's literally in person. He robbed somebody and he threatened to kill them. And now some people are going to be like, oh, but those are words. Imagine you're at your house. Imagine you're at your house with your wife or husband or whoever you are. If you're with your loved one, imagine you're sleeping in a bed, and for a week you trust this guy. You trusted this guy to come into your home because, you know, some people's biggest fears is home invasions. That's one of my biggest fears. One of my biggest fears is having somebody come to my house and attempt to kill me or somebody I love. Imagine you're in that position, right? This is a person you trust. And not only that, but the day before you bailed them out of jail after they did something stupid. Imagine being in that position and you see that exact guy threatening to kill you. And he's rich. I don't know if he's a millionaire, but he's rich. We know he's rich. I mean, he's highly likely a millionaire. I don't look at celebrity networks or anything like that. So he has access to weapons. We know that. He can get an access to weapons. And look, part of human beings is we make mistakes. We do. We make mistakes. We do stupid things. Again, Robert Downey Jr. did something stupid. Josh Brolin has done something stupid. A lot of actors in Hollywood have done a lot of bad shit, even much worse at times. But as a society, we cannot accept it. As a society, we cannot accept it. Because if I did it, if you did it, if anyone watching this did it, we'd all be I wouldn't be here. We wouldn't be able to speak out. And this is what happens when you don't hold somebody accountable. Again, accountability over entertainment. And the Snyder fandom should call it out, because I noticed a lot of like the big Snyder YouTube or people, they were just saying, "Oh, Ezra just slipped up once. It's no biggie." No, this time it's much more serious because he did threaten a human life. He did. And the Snyder fandom, the fandom I love, the fandom, my favorite fandom of all time, the best group of people I've ever met. If we're so believing in accountability over entertainment, then why aren't we speaking up? Again, last time I got a lot of shit for it. I got shit for it twice. When I made that first video 8 months ago, and when I made this video last time. I don't know how I can get shit this time. I'll be honest right now. I'm raising my hand. I don't know who's gonna fucking publicly defend Ezra Miller right now. I do hope Ezra the best, and I want him to seek therapy. I want him to improve, so that when he comes back, he redeems himself. Maybe he returns as Flash. I don't know. But right now, as of this point, you recast him. Nope, he's done. Out. He threatened 2 human fucking lives. He has harassed people. He's assaulted somebody. Get him out. Get him out. If any other actor did this, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. Or if it would be a bigger deal, I mean. But Ezra was put on a pedestal, and that pedestal ended up falling. That's all I have to say.